What is up, Instagram? It's Mike from Balls of Fury Ball Pythons. Welcome back to the Ball Python Bando. Today I got a Fury Tips episode for you guys, and the topic we're going to be discussing is what do I do when my snake goes in the shed? So this is a pretty interesting topic because a lot of issues people have with their snakes is that they don't get good sheds. And the main number one reason for that is your humidity is too low. Now, as you can see on the table here, I have a glass enclosure. And glass enclosures typically aren't the best for holding humidity. So if you do have a glass enclosure, you're gonna have to do a little bit of extra work to maintain that high humidity level you want when your snake is in shed. Now, when the snake's not in shed, you're gonna want the humidity between about 50 to 60% in the cage, and you'd like to have it in that range. That's what they have in the wild. So you wanna maintain it there. And one good way to maintain high humidity is choosing the proper substrate. So there's some substrates and beddings out there that are really good for holding moisture and holding water, and that'll help to hold that humidity in the cage a little bit more. What we're using in here is called Cypress Mulch, and it's called Forest Floor Bedding by Zoo Med. Really good product, works really well for holding humidity. As you guys can see it in the tub, it's just basically wood chips, and it's really good bark for holding water. And that's what you want when your snake is in shed. So I'll show you guys a little bit about what a snake actually looks like when they're in shed, so you guys can identify when your snake is in shed and start to do these things to help maintain that humidity that you want. So if you come a little bit closer, we'll get a close-up on this girl to show you guys. But look at how dull she looks, and you can almost even see a bluish glaze to her. And I'll just pick her up real quick just so I can show you guys her eye. So when a snake is going in the shed, as you can see here, her eyes are super milky blue. And that's basically a gelatinous substance between this outer layer of skin and her new layer of skin, which is gonna help to make that shed come off smoothly. So that's basically the signs you wanna look for in your snake when you see it going in the shed. And all snakes shed, it's part of the growing process, and they'll do it throughout their entire life. So this is something that you're gonna have to do the whole time you have your snake. So we'll put her back and let her chill. When your snake is in shed, you kind of want to just leave it alone because, like I said, with that covering over her eyes, she can't really see that well. And so they could be a little bit more defensive and stressed out during that time. So just keep that in mind when they're in shed. So another tip I have for you guys to help with the humidity is actually misting the enclosure. So here you see I got a spray bottle. And what you could do once or twice a day is just go right ahead and mist the whole cage. And the key to having some nice bedding like a cypress mulch or a coconut husk or Eco Earth, something that's really good for holding humidity, is when you spray it, it's gonna hold that water really well. And basically you just wanna spray it down, get the bedding nice and wet, spray the sides of the cage, and just get it nice and wet in there. And once you're done with that, this is another tip that I use, especially with glass enclosures. With tubs, usually just misting is enough to keep that humidity high. But if you have a glass enclosure, what you can actually do is you could actually take a towel and cover half of the lid with the towel. And basically what this is gonna do is it's gonna help to trap that humidity in there, because this screen top lets in a lot of ventilation, so that it's gonna make that humidity evaporate even more. So yeah, guys, that's basically the tips I got for you guys for shedding. I hope it helps you guys who are having any problems getting your snake to shed in one piece. If you guys liked the video, or if it helped you get your snake to shed in one piece, please go ahead and comment down below, like it, share it, follow us, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.